Hi, welcome to Jigsaw Geek. So today I'm going to talk about building this 500-piece puzzle by Etta V, and the company is Buffalo. Now, this is the second Buffalo puzzle I've done in a row, and I'm actually really surprised at the quality of these puzzles. Now, they don't pass the pickup challenge. However, the pieces are really nice and they fit together well. The first one that I did was this 300-piece Charles Wysocki, which I talked about in my last video. And I did this in just under an hour. And that made me very cocky because then I said, okay, well, if I could do that in under an hour, I can do this in 2 hours. And whoa, was that an epic fail. I don't know how long this puzzle took me, but it was not 2 hours. I need to buy one of those little timer things. Inside, there is this bio of the artist, which is pretty cool. So her name is Jessie Rowlett. She's become well known for her hand-painted bright and bold designs. So yeah, though this is definitely a bright and bold design. So let's go ahead and watch the time lapse, which actually took place over 2 sessions because I was not able to get this done in the 2 hours. So I did up to one point and then I did the rest today after school. Well, let's start with this beautiful puzzle. Of course, I went for the border. This is way more difficult than I thought. But of only being 500 pieces, I mean, it wasn't that difficult. But you could see that there are so many purples and pinks. Those were the colors that really got me. Now, the other ones did repeat, but there was enough texture and pattern to keep it going. But really, the pinks were the most difficult. Now, you could see me getting in, and then you're going to see me at one point, I shape sort the puzzle pieces because at that point, rather than color, it was easier just to shape sort and then look for little pieces of color on the individual pieces. And that really helped me get through the last quarter of the puzzle. But look, you could see it. Just such a beautiful and fun puzzle. So welcome back. Here is the puzzle in its finished form. I'm afraid it's going to go sliding off this board. But as you could see, it's this is really awkward also. But isn't it a beautiful puzzle? Now, underneath this puzzle, I have my one puzzle that I'm working on, and I'm doing all the white sections. And on the weekend, I just sat down and I put all the pieces together, and I was able to get like 25 white pieces in. So I'm talking about this puzzle. So I was able to put in like 25 pieces along this row. I think it's going to take me a while, but I am going to not give up on this puzzle. I think it's so beautiful that I'm just gonna take my time. Over the next couple days, I am gonna work on this puzzle, but the next one that I think I'm going to do is this 300-piece puzzle that I got at the Puzzle Exchange. Now, this is a bits and pieces. I am really interested to check out this brand. It's only a 300, so it's kind of like, number one, I have a bunch of boxes that I need to put out of my storage. So I want to do a bunch of small puzzles, and it's also kind of like a palette cleanser in between doing all those really difficult like white pieces where I'm going piece by piece by piece. I shape sorted and I'm going piece by piece. Well, it's going to take time, but what a fun image this is. So I got it for this one, and I'll probably do this first after I do the border. But also, this part is pretty cool. This will be difficult, but it's only a 300-piece puzzle anyway. Oh, I forgot to talk about the books that I listened to as I was doing this puzzle. Now, I finished this book called The Rest of Our Lives by Ben Markovitz. Now, this one was longlisted for the Booker Prize in 2025, and I thoroughly enjoyed this book. This is about a man who is having a midlife crisis. He's dropping his daughter off to college, and he decides to go on an impromptu road trip because of marital issues, and he also has health issues. And we follow him on this road trip, visiting different members of his family and just his thought processes as he's going through it. And whoa, this was a good book with a really, really nice ending. The second book I listened to or started was this book called Dry. And you can see I got about 40% into it. And this is, I'm not sure if it's a young adult novel or not, but the main characters, most of the main characters are teenagers. And what they're dealing with is suddenly California is, well, not suddenly, but California runs out of water. What happens? It's kind of this dystopian novel. It's like a zombie apocalypse without zombies, where every society breaks down. The kids get into these various situations as they're trying to deal with people just fighting for water and the breakdown of society. So far, it's really, really good. So I look forward to finishing this book. So as always, any comments that you have are greatly appreciated. I really want to thank you for the support.